Hey everyone, welcome to Comics with Bueller. As always, I'm Bueller. Today is episode 117 of the brand new Coffee and Comic Show. And as you can see, I'm not alone. I got my good friend Bob here with me. He's wearing pants. Bob, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing okay. It's a little earlier than we normally get together.
Yeah, we're filming on a Friday morning for this one, because Easter and all that stuff. So
I got myself a big coffee.
There you go.
And I'm ready to do this, man.
Awesome, man. Well, let's talk about the coffee.
Yeah.
So what kind of coffee are you drinking from none other than Mocha Express, the official coffee shop of Comics with Bueller?
Yeah.
What do you got?
As you can see, I got a big one because I got a long day today, and the
yeah?
coffee machine at the church is broken. So I got myself a 24-ounce, 6-shot Americano, brewed with cinnamon, with some sugar-free vanilla sweetener in.
6 shots. Is that enough? That's a half a dozen.
And it's tasty.
Wow.
And I'm going to be zinging in a little while. Yes.
That's right. I mean, I went to Mocha Express like 5 times this week. I was there every day. I was there with Sam. I was there with Eric. I was there by myself. It was wonderful.
Yeah, being jacked up on coffee is a lifestyle, yo.
Yeah, and it's been nice outside, so it's like you want to just go and hang out. So, well, I'm having a hazelnut latte.
Nice.
And it's just kind of my standard thing that I get. You know, sometimes I feel like I want to take a risk. Not today.
There you go.
That was last week.
So,
anyway, let me take a sip. Tastes good in the morning.
Always good.
What time is it? It's like 8:30. Well, I don't know what
like
time
that.
it is. It's early.
It's early.
So there you go. Mocha Express. Come into town. Take you to Mocha Express. Coffee's on Bob.
There we go.
There we go. Perfect. I want to run down. We've got some new Patreons again, so that's awesome. Let me go through. We have 3 new Patreons. Leslie Dugas, I think that's right. Dugas. Pap, P-A-P, easy enough, right?
All right.
And we have Zach Sprague as well, have all joined our Patreon. So thank you very much to those 3 people. Mm-hmm. If you want to join our Patreon, it's how much? $3.99 a month? That's the price of one comic book a month.
One comic book.
Most comic books. So if you want to join, and if you think we provide the value worth one comic, just one comic a month, feel free to sign up for our Patreon. Helps us get the coffee, turns the lights on, buy some comics, all that good stuff. Even pay some bills. So there you go. So thank you to all our Patreon members. Appreciate them. You know what? It's going pretty good. So
awesome stuff.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about our super chats, because we had a couple super chats last week. Mm-hmm. And of course, you know who was on that list, right?
I do. I can't remember his name.
Thomas Jackman.
Thomas Jackman.
Like the super chat every week for like the last year and a half, something like that. I don't know, something like that. and our other buddy, the Rogue Trader, also.
Thank you guys.
Sent a super chat, so thank you very much. Appreciate that. We actually had somebody ask me what a super chat was. They sent me an email, and during the premieres, you can do the super chat. It's just if you feel like kind of donating money, you don't have to. Just so you guys know, Thomas, if you want to take a week off, feel free to do so, man. Yeah. We appreciate it. But if you want to, you can. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But it's voluntary, but we do appreciate it, but it's not necessary.
Right. And you have to be in the live stream to be able to do so.
Yes.
And there's a little button you'll see to be able to click on it and to be able to give that way. But you have to be in the premiere, in the live chat to be able to do it. Yeah.
So we do want to say thank you, but like I said, it's not necessary, but we do tremendously appreciate it. And it does go a long way. Let's see. I want to hit on my exclusive really quick. Right now, as of today, when this is airing Monday, they're pretty much sold out. I have to kind of wait till they show up for the 14th. It did get pushed back a week. I kind of mentioned it would probably be pushed back a week till the 14th. I'm keeping some extra copies just to make sure I have stuff for maybe damaged books or stuff that gets lost in the mail. So once I'm okay and know that I have those covered, I'm probably going to have some more copies available.
There we go.
Maybe a dozen or something like that. So I always kind of plan ahead. So, yes, they are sold out, but there is an opportunity to get some, maybe, if that is the case and I have no damages. Last time, the Aftershock books, I got 0 damages.
Which is awesome.
So every book I got, I was able to send out and had 0 problems. So that was awesome. So
yeah.
I like that. So there you go. That's kind of the update on the Blowtorch number 1. And like I said, it did get delayed for a week. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Also, this is some really cool announcement. I didn't even tell you about this.
Okay.
But you're a big fan of this.
All right.
Washington State SummerCon.
Yes.
I've been talking to him. Steve, he's the guy who runs it. They're doing a mini-con on May 8th.
I knew that.
A one-day trial. We're invited.
Awesome.
We can do whatever we want. And then it's going on June 18th through the 20th in Puyallup, Washington. We'll be there. And they want us to do a whole bunch of stuff.
Sweet.
Whole bunch panels, you name it, they want us there.
Awesome.
So I'm really excited. We've been waiting for this for a couple years now. And if the lineup is anything like what he had last year, I suppose what last year was supposed to be, it's going to be amazing. So if you have an opportunity, go follow Washington State SummerCon on Facebook or Instagram, and you can keep up to date with what's going on. You'll see the announces when they announce the different guests. And I asked him about it. I said, how's that going? He goes, I've got the list. I'm trying my best. So, I mean, this gentleman who puts this together is very dedicated.
Yeah,
so,
he's a go-getter.
Yeah. So, hopefully by June, the powers that be open the doors and let the capacity go in, and the creators are comfortable with this, because the creators are itching to get going again.
Yeah.
And hopefully this is one of those to where, you get to see the names like Jim Lee or Chris Claremont or Steranko, because that's the kind of the people who were there last time.
Yeah, and not only that, but the way that con is set up, it's
perfect.
It's small and an intimate setting, so you actually get to hang with these people.
Yeah, but it's on a fairground.
Yeah, it is.
So there's wide open spaces.
For sure.
If you feel claustrophobic, just walk 10 feet. You're like in a field.
Yeah, out of all the cons that I've been to, in recent years, Washington State SummerCon by far was my favorite.
Yeah, and free parking as well.
Free parking.
So that's pretty cool. But we're going to be working with them. I'll be promoting them going forward all the way up until the events, the May 8th one, and then the June 18th through the 20th. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm in constant contact with Steve, the con showrunner or whatnot. He's a friend of mine, and really looking forward to this event. So
for sure.
It's my favorite one.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
There you go. I just wanted to say that. I didn't tell you yet.
That's a great announcement. You guys come join us, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on out.
I mean, if you're thinking about taking a vacation, and if you got a little bit of that stimulus money, book a ticket to Washington.
There you go.
Never thought I'd say that. But it's worth it. It's worth it. It's the best small con ever.
Ever.
Just go look at the lineup last year, and just so you reference Puyallup, Washington, it's nothing. It's nothing. Nothing against Puyallup. It's in the Pacific Northwest. I love the Pacific Northwest. Mm-hmm. But as far as a city, it's a blip on the map. Hardly there. Mm-hmm. But to get the creators that they get, amazing. Amazing. All right, let's do a quick rundown of the show. Mm-hmm. We're going to do our first 5, brought to you by Comic Proline. We'll do our topic, which our topic is the current sale market for comics pricing people out of collecting comics. There's a big boom right now as far as prices of new books and older books and back issues. Is it getting to be too much and just pricing the average collector out? We'll circle back around with our final 5, brought to you by Comic Proline. We'll have Robbie's pick of the week. Big surprise there. And then we'll have our Was It Good segment. We each read some books. We'll talk about those in a little bit. We'll have our random thoughts, and it's going to be a little condensed version of random thoughts because it's early in the morning. We didn't watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but we're going to kind of hit on last week's topic, kind of a follow-up to what we talked about last week. And then we'll announce the winner of the giveaway from last week as well. So there you go. So let's go ahead and start off with our first 5. And Bob, you can go first with our first 5, brought to you by none other than Comic Proline.
Awesome stuff. All right, so I just brought some stuff that came out recently in both my first and final 5. So first one is Proctor Valley Road, #1.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. Artwork was kind of a little bit off of me,
but kind of the finger guns
kind of like that. Yeah. Noctera #1, which I really enjoyed. Nightwing #1, which is an amazing issue. Tom Taylor. And then Bequest #1, which I just absolutely loved.
We might have to do the little tilt thing, maybe with the glare or something.
There we go. Okay.
That's all right.
And then the last one is The Last Witch #3.
I like doing it.
Okay. But there's the first 5.
Hey, how's it going down there? That's awesome. Not bad, man.
Yeah.
Nice books. All
Let's see your first 5.
I got mine here. And I got a nice little variety of goodness here. I'm going to cheat because I got a variant of 1 book, so I got 6.
Okay, that's fine.
What are you going to do, right?
It's your show.
Yeah, that's true. Devil's Dominion #3 by Black Box Comics. Look at that. Goodness, that's the regular cover. Here is the variant I was talking about. This book is available now. I think this is the 1 in 10. Shino Kaji, whatever it's called. Kagi, #3. This one's out this week. So there you go. I got a nice advanced copy of that one. And then these next 3 were actually sent to us from that one guy. God, what's his name? Tom something.
Tom?
Comic Tom.
Comic Tom.
Yeah. He just started a channel. You should go check it out. It's Comic Tom 107. I don't know, something like that. But anyway.
Give him some love. Get him up over 100 subscriptions.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, he sent me a nice little care package. He does that from time to time because he's a pretty generous and nice guy. He's a good friend. But these are some of his exclusives. We have Red Sonja, the Superpowers #1. I think that's one of my only Red Sonja books.
Nice.
So there you go. And then I have, I don't know what this one, it's a Gut Ghost one or something. I don't know. Comic Town 101, Gut Ghost something, whatever that is. But this is the one that was really cool.
Yeah.
And I was pretty excited. This is the Joker one. And this was the one that they did with Scorpion Comics.
Right.
For the exclusive mail call. That was my favorite cover.
That's a fire cover.
All the Joker ones, that was my favorite, and I don't mind. My buddy put it together, so I thought that was pretty cool. So
yeah.
There you go. That's my first 5. Brought to you by, Comic Tom a little bit.
Yeah,
and Black Box Comics and Comic Pro Line. So
there we
not
go.
bad at all, right?
Great final 5. Tom, thank you. And, man, goodness, man.
Yeah, and we got some doubles of those, so we'll be doing a giveaway on a few of those down the road as well. So
sweet.
Let's go ahead and jump into our topic. And our topic is brought to you by BlackBoxComics.net. You go to Black Box Comics under the code Bueller10. Guess what?
Get 10% off.
You save 10% off. Whatever, right?
Can't beat that.
There you go.
All right.
But our topic today is the current market and the sales that's going on pricing people out of collecting. Mm-hmm. There's a big boom. You guys are all aware of this. Prices are going up on regular issues. I've actually done some research on that. I'll go and talk about that in here in a little bit. The back issues, the keys or whatnot, those are popping like crazy and stuff like that. It's kind of a interesting time. It's definitely, like you said last week, a seller's market.
Right.
But people are buying them, so I mean, they wouldn't be selling them if they weren't buying them.
For sure.
But yeah, it's definitely seeing a huge rise in the prices of comics. So anyway, Bob, you were up first with the first comment.
Yep. The first one comes from Richard Perry. He says, the increase in prices for new books coming out is getting out of hand. Charging $4.99 or $5.99 for a new Batman or Superman book is ridiculous. This increase in price, coupled with the backup stories featuring characters I could care less about, and low-quality paper the books are printed on, looking at you, Marvel, made me consider dropping books like Action, Detective, Batman, and Superman. However, I've been reading these books for nearly 30 years, and I'm not going to give up these titles yet. What the increase in price has made me do is be more selective in what books are on my pull list. For example, I dropped Joker and the upcoming Robin comics from my pull list due to the increase in new comic prices. It's really unfortunate because I wanted to give these books a shot, but the increase in price and lackluster backup stories made dropping books like Joker and Robin an easy choice.
That's too bad you had to drop that Joker one.
Yeah.
I said on the show we did with our buddies, that was my pick of the month last month.
Pick of the month, yeah.
I really enjoyed it, so it's unfortunate that you're dropping that one because maybe just wait. Maybe that the back issues go down in price or something like that.
Yeah.
But I find out to be a lot of people are just being more selective right now because of the price increase. Mm-hmm. And we're hitting on new books on this first couple comments. And we'll kind of get to the back issues in a little bit. But you do have to kind of be selective, and especially when there's so many of the same type titles out. There's a bunch of different Spider-Man titles that are going to be coming out. So do you need to get all those Spider-Man titles? Probably not. Non-stop Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. They got another one coming out, or I can't remember the name. Obviously, Batman has a bunch of books right now. Batman Detective, the Son of Batman, or something like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming out for those. Do you need to get them all? Probably not. So just a smart thing is just be more selective in what you're buying. And just kind of look at the shelf and say, which comic would I really enjoy reading as much as I would like to collect. And there is a flood of books that are coming out. There's new titles all the time.
All the time. And
so it is kind of hard to cut that down. Like I said, cutting off the Joker, which is a really great title, it's not an easy decision to do. But you only have a certain amount of dollars to be, spread along all these books. So you kind of have to at this point. And unfortunately, new comic book prices are never going to go down. No. The back issues and stuff like that, the things that are popping right now, the keys, those will go up and down because they're done by the market, by people, what they're paying. As far as a new book that comes out, you pay what that cover price is or more for that matter. Right. Now, if you wait, and that's one thing I've told people, and I don't know if your shops do this, but our shops mark down their back issues to get rid of them, and a lot of times I will look and see, okay, they got a whole bunch of copies of that book. There's a good chance that they're going to have a whole bunch a month from now, and they're going to mark them down. So I just wait until a month later. I'm doing that with all the Future State books. I didn't buy any of them except for the Swamp Thing. They have tons of them sitting there.
Sure.
They have racks of those sitting there now. And as soon as they go down to $1, I'll buy a bunch of them, because I didn't want to pay $5, $6 a piece for them.
Sure.
So you do have to be more selective right now and stretch that dollar out. And there's some other ways you can help that as well. We'll get that in a little bit. But yeah, just be more selective. And sorry you're missing the Joker, man.
Yeah, I had too. I mean, everything you said is spot on. I mean, I think with the current climate, it's causing us to make choices. The extra stuff in the back of the DC books, I mean, everybody pretty much agrees,
I don't even read it. I don't even look at it.
Yeah, in most cases, because it offends me. I'm offended by it.
I'm not that offended.
Well, but I mean, you're going to charge me $1 for something I don't want,
no,
right?
I get it. And we've talked about it.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, it's almost a deal breaker.
Yeah.
And I have cut way back on both my Marvel and DC books. Matter of fact, I think I only have two Marvel books on my pull list.
Yeah.
And I think I have 2, maybe 3 DC books on my pull list.
Yeah. Well, I cut back on my Marvel for a whole different reason.
Well, yeah, of course.
I cut back. I'm not buying their books because of the paper quality anymore.
Yeah.
That's besides the Daredevil ones, which is one of my favorites,
mm-hmm.
and then Immortal Hulk, that's almost done. 4 more issues and it's done. And I'm just wanting the Alex Ross covers, even though the covers don't do him justice. I mean, what a slap in the face to Alex Ross.
Yeah.
To put his wonderful artwork on that cover, and the paper is just garbage.
Right.
Right. We talked about it the other week, but besides those 2, I'm not buying any more Marvel. I'm done. I will not until they fix their paper or go to a different stock for their covers. They're not getting any more of my money.
Yeah. Same. I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it. I mean, the way I look at it is that I have a choice to make. I don't have to buy that book. And the reason why I don't have to buy that book is because they're taking the stance, well, I don't have to put out quality.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're not going to put out quality, that's going to make me make a choice on the other side saying, well, then I don't need to buy your book.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
There you go. All right, Bob, you got the next one as well.
Sure. Next one comes from 78S Musician, or Music Man. 78S Music Man. Yep. There we go.
Okay.
I feel Big 2 Marvel and DC are making it easier for people to switch to independent books. They are cheaper most of the time, and the stories are fantastic. I have found myself buying more indies in the past few months than I ever did before.
Okay, so here's where I come in with my research.
All right.
I love doing research. I really do. I love crunching numbers and just looking at stuff, Mm-hmm. So basically what I did, I went through next month, so May, and I calculated all the books that are coming out in May for Marvel, DC, and Image. So how many titles, and then I figured out the prices and the average price of the books. So for Marvel, has 64 different titles coming out next week. I mean, some are, every other week or whatnot. Mm-hmm. But 64 total books that are coming out, just regular covers. 45 of them, and this is surprising, 45 of them were only $3.99. So that's 70% of their lineup is still $3.99. 14 of them were $4.99. 3 of them were $5.99. 1 was $7.99. And 1 was $9.99. So that being, with all their books, the 64 titles coming out next month, your average cost is only $4.45. Not that much more than $4.
Yeah.
Now we're moving on to DC.
Mm-hmm.
DC has 46 titles coming out next month. They have 1 book at $2.99. That's their Scooby-Doo lineup or whatnot.
Right.
But then they only have 22 books at $3.99. So that's less than half of their total books are still at the $3.99 price point. 16 of them are at $4.99. 4 of them are at $5.99. And they have 1 at $6.99, 1 at $7.99, and 1 at $9.99. They have a lot of different price points. It's kind of surprising. But 47% of their books are $3.99. So like I said, less than half of their books are still sticking them with that $3.99 price point. Their average cost of a book is $4.85. So about 40 cents more than Marvel. But they also have about 20 less titles as well. Moving on to the Image, and that's the next biggest publisher to them. They have 41 titles. Okay, 1 book at $2.99. Guess what that one is? Spawn. Todd McFarlane. Guy's awesome. Spawn and Scooby-Doo. Give me a break. And 36 titles at $3.99 and only 4 at $4.99.
Love you, Image.
And that's it. So their average cost is $4.06 a book. 88% of their titles are sitting at the $3.99 price point. What's more compelling? That right there. You 80 almost 90% of your titles are still sitting at the $3.99 price point, and one of them, the biggest one, is less at $2.99.
And let's just face the facts. With a lot of the stuff that's coming out from Image, you're getting much better stories right now.
Yeah, and they're dipping into the superhero stuff with the Noctera and stuff like that, and people are really enjoying them. The reason this goes to that comment is because right there, what this gentleman just said, he's leaning more towards Image and stuff like that, or independent books. And this breaks down very similar for other independent publishers as well. At the same price, they didn't have as many titles out. I think Boom was the next one. There was maybe 20 or something like that. So it wasn't a lot, But I just wanted to compare the big three if you wanted to go that route. And there's a huge difference in just the amount of, I think, time and effort put into their books, because not only is Image right now have a lower price point than those two, but the quality of the book, the actual, what we just said about the paper quality and stuff like that, is a lot better than what the Marvel and DC is as well. So you get more bang for your buck, and it's a cheaper buck.
Yeah.
So anyway, just some numbers I found. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Great research. I love to do your research.
I didn't know what it would be. I was a little surprised how many DC books, more than half their lineup now is over $3.99. And I kind of dipped into as far as I could go. So 2 weeks past that as well. And it was the same thing. It was just, 40% was $3.99, 60% it was above now.
Right.
So I was a little surprised. I was surprised that Marvel was still, for the most part, a big percentage of theirs is still sitting at $3.99.
Right.
So I could respect that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I can respect that.
Just make a better cover.
Just make a better cover, exactly.
Let's see. I got the next one here as well. This is from Goat Tom Brady.
All right.
You like that one?
There we go.
It says, not a big fan with the price jump. With that being said, I think more people will pre-order comic books because some places offer 35% off. Pre-order. It's an easy thing to do. You save a percentage. Most comic shops I'm aware of, and I was a little surprised because I had a coffee with Eric, our friend, yesterday, and he still uses his comic shop in California. They don't offer a discount.
Really?
Yeah. And he's like, you get a discount? I go, yeah, I get like 25% off.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. I go, yeah, I like it. So, I mean, when I hear stores that don't offer discounts, it's kind of surprising.
Yeah,
for me at least it's something like 10%, or whatever it is. But you can pre-order books months in advance, and you will get like 35-40% off. You can do it from Midtown. You can do it from the Things from Another World. There's all discount trades or something like that. There's all sorts of websites you can do it, and also your LCS. And you guys are all aware of this. I'm not sharing information you don't know, but like I said, for the most part, LCSs offer some kind of box discount. For the LCSs that make you pay for a box, because I've heard of that as well, I don't think that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't think that's cool at all.
I don't think so either.
That's kind of weird.
I mean, there are some comic shops that are lending more towards charging, kind of a service fee for what they do, for handling your box, taking care of it. Some shops don't. Yeah. But when they're putting a lot of work into it, especially a larger comic shop, they got to pay some people to do that. Yeah. I mean, I can see what they're doing. My current LCS, they have a point system now. They don't do a discount, but you gain these points, which you can use as a discount if you want to, or you can accumulate those points and use it, to buy something bigger. Oh, wow. And so I've been there for about 9 weeks now, and I've already accumulated $50 in points. I'm just going to keep rolling them, and then, I don't know, maybe kind of down the road, I'll buy a $200-$300 book and
points.
There
you go.
I thought it's a cool idea.
My LCS does the discount. It's 20% off. And an extra 5% off if you buy more than 10 titles at a time. But they switched it because it used to be based on how many titles you had in your box. Say say you had 3 tiles in your pull list, you got 10% off. 10 tiles, 15. They changed it to come pick up your books.
Right, yeah.
And I actually thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you come pick up your books on Wednesday, you get 25% off whether you have one title or 10 titles.
Well, we're Wednesday Warriors. That works for us.
Yeah, exactly. So we're like, I mean, but they I think it's like a week. If you pick up your books within the week they come out, you get the whole 25% off. They don't care whether it's one book or 30 books.
I like that change.
I did too. I thought it was a pretty good idea when they switched it over. For one, I'm there right when they open on Wednesday anyway, but it doesn't require you to have a minimum of books in your pull list to get the full discount. So,
sure.
And that discount applies to the whole store. So
yeah.
It's kind of nice. But save some money. Even though these prices are going up, pre-order your books. Look into these websites or whatnot, or your comic shop or whatever, and you can save some money right there. Because 35% off a $4 book, you're looking at what, $1.40 off or something like that. So you're looking at $2.60 for a book. That's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, I got the next one also. This is from Walter Cahill. Mm-hmm. Okay, it says, I'm not priced out yet, but it's getting harder and harder to justify spending more money on back issues I've been wanting. I've been trying to complete runs and have a limited budget, so getting those keys to complete a run is getting harder to justify. I already don't collect most new issues because of the price. My plan is to try and wait for the prices to come down so the keys I want and keep collecting the ones I can afford. I collect because I love reading comics, and I don't think that will change anytime soon. So he's hitting a little bit more on the back issues.
Aftermarket,
stuff like that. And we were talking about that before. We were talking about the so-called, people mention a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And so the scenario is, a book was $100, a few months back, and now it's selling for $500.
$300 to $500.
Yeah. Okay. And will that price stay there? Probably not. It's probably gonna, people have money right now. Checks are going out in the mail and stuff like that. It's a weird time. Let's just say that. It's a weird time. People have money right now. This is when I say weird time, it's the time we've never experienced it before. Okay. Never have we been said like, hey, go stay in your house for a year.
Yeah.
Don't go to a movie. Don't travel. We've never done that. Not in my lifetime or whatnot, So it's a whole new environment. It is what it is. Does that book come down in price a few months down the road? Probably, yeah. But like I was telling Bob, I said, here's the thing. I go, if it was 100 and it goes up to 500, but it goes down to, say, 300, yes, it's lower than what it peaked at, but yet it's still $200 more than what it was when it first started.
Right. So
it still has that gain, just not as high as a gain. The problem we have to look at, and I don't think this is going to happen, if that $100 book turns into a $50 book. I don't see that happening, but that's the bubble. If a bubble bursts, that's what a bubble means.
Right.
It means it goes below what the selling value was before.
Right.
But if it's still higher than what it was, but yet lower than what it peaked, it's still okay.
Right.
People are still making money on it. So
absolutely.
That's the one thing you kind of got to look at when people talk about the bubble or bursting or something like that. As long as they don't drop lower than what they were when they first started, we should be just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say a couple things. Number one, do your research. Make sure you understand where the books were sitting just a couple of months ago as opposed to right now.
Yes.
So you can see just how high they've climbed.
Yeah.
That's an important thing. The other thing is, when it comes to, this particular situation that we're in, again, we have people with a lot of disposable income right now. Sitting home for a year is one thing, but now there's a lot of people who have gotten their tax check and a stimulus check. Yeah. They're sitting there flush, and there's comic books to be had, and all of a sudden, that one comic book that you were looking at for the last year that's $100 is now $500.
Yeah.
Right. So there are people who are looking at their collections going, "Oh yes, I've got these things going up in price," and other people are just like, "Well, I do got the $500. I better spend money on it now before it goes even higher."
Yeah.
Problem with that is because of the fact that we have so many new comic book collectors coming into the hobby because of what's happened in the last year. The only concern that I have is that when prices start going down, people losing money, getting offended or pissed off about it and saying screw this, and they start dumping their books.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this before the show, and I mean our stance on it is you go ahead and tell what you were saying before.
So the new collectors out there, what Bob referred to, that's where we come in.
Yeah.
And that's where shows like this come in, or the community comes in and explains to this person who dumped this money on this book, You invested your money into it. Now invest your time.
Yeah.
And when I say invest your time, I mean open the book. You know, if you like something so much, and if you feel you're overpaid for it, it's a little less sting, okay, if you like it.
That's right.
If it means something to you, you're okay with paying a little bit more, you know. If the price goes down, but if something you enjoy, you're good.
Yeah, read the comic.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's our goal is to say, hey, you know, you're investing in these books. Take the time to learn about them.
Yeah.
And love them and open them up and look inside and enjoy them, you know, and then find that joy and then, you know, go buy another book for that reason or something like that, you know. So I kind of take it as a personal mission for us to kind of say, hey, I know you're spending a lot of money right now, but, you know, maybe it's slabbed, I don't know. Crack it open. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I just want people to really... We did a whole show last week on how wonderful these books are.
Absolutely.
And like one comment after another, it was just like how much they mean. Those emotions are priceless. So it doesn't matter how much you spend on a book. That memory you have or whatnot, you know, that will supersede any dollar amount on the book.
Absolutely.
And it's us I take it upon us to kind of try to share that memory with people, and maybe we can nudge them in that direction and say, hey, look at it this way. And then, you know, people don't leave.
Yeah.
So there you go.
The comics are amazing.
There you go.
Read your comics. You'll find you'll love them.
There you go. Let's see. Am I up next?
Yes, you are.
I got also Tyler Archuleta, I believe. I said, I wouldn't say that I'm priced out of collecting. I just don't look to the back issue keys or Grail books. I buy what interests me when it comes to new books and try to keep up to date with things so I don't miss books I want. The 50-cent and dollar bins are still a thing, and occasionally find a gem. On top of that, if you are looking for an old storyline, you can always get the trade. Yeah, just buy some other books.
Yeah.
I mean, there's for every key book out there that's $100, there's 1,000 books in the dollar bin. Okay? That's how our market is.
Yep.
For everyone that's 100, there's 1,000 that are $1.
That's right.
And, you know, those are good books.
They're amazing
books. They might
books.
not have the first appearance of such and such in them, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can find story arcs.
Exactly.
Right, that are just amazing that, you know, you don't have to have the book go up in value to enjoy.
Exactly.
Right? The value is going to be you getting the enjoyment out of it.
Yeah. Very small percentage of books are worth money. 10% maybe are actually worth money.
If even that.
If that. The rest of them are couple bucks.
That's right.
So you're never going to run out of options. You just don't always have to make your option be that high dollar thing, you know, and it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, save up for the high dollar if you want to do that, but enjoy the other books in the meantime.
Absolutely.
I mean, you guys all know, you guys go dollar diving or what, you go to a garage sale, whatever, and if they got books for $1, you go nuts, man. You're just like, oh, cool, I'll buy this stuff. And Bob brought me a smelly box of comics one time.
Here's some stinky comics for
That's
you.
exactly what they were, man. I was like, what the hell is this?
They're sitting inside some storage locker for years, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much more out there than just the key book of the week or book of the month or whatever it is. So just take a minute and say, you know what? I'm going to go to the flea market today and go diving through the 50-cent box and find some really cool books, you know, X-Men #1 or whatnot, or a X-Force with a Deadpool card in the back. Trust me, those are there. 8 million of those or whatever it is. That's
exactly.
Spider-Man. So. Anyway, there's other choices to spend your money on, and those aren't going anywhere. There's millions of them. So
For sure.
All right, Bob, you are up next, my friend.
All right. Next one comes from Star Wars Fiend. He says, this is a loaded question, and I love it. I'm a huge DC fan, and the new prices worry me because I feel they are really trying to do away with print based on all rumors flying around the last year, and that is really alarming to me. Also, I feel back issue prices for Marvel are getting out of control to a point. It's an investment to many coming in. When West Coast Avengers 45 sits in a back issue bin for 20 plus years at $5, and then all it took is a TV appearance to go up to almost $175 at one point is crazy to me. The book didn't change, the story didn't change, but the fact that it was in an episode justifies that price increase. I truly don't get it, and I've been doing this since the 90s. Yeah. We've talked about that before.
Yeah. I haven't really paid attention, but has that book came back down yet?
I haven't. Well, I haven't noticed. And in this market right now, I would probably say it probably hasn't yet. Because it's only been a couple weeks.
Yeah, but people click off it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
If it's not constantly reminded, or like an advertisement or whatnot, then they're moving on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And that one was it's just a weird book. It's just, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I've talked about stuff like that in the past. For the White Vision to show up for 10 minutes in the show, and that's about it. And then that spikes the book 10,000%. Or whatever it is. I don't know. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Not make any sense at all. I think I said to you, didn't I say that book was selling more than the first appearance of Vision?
Yeah.
What?
But which is crazy.
Yeah. The first appearance of Vision, which came out,
1968.
68. A lot less copies, a lot harder to find. And then the White Vision, was selling for more than that. I was like, whoa.
Not a 9.8.
Yeah,
but I mean, for your copies that that were on the low end,
sure,
that book was starting to go up. That was just crazy.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I've sent out plenty of those White Vision ones in the Bueller boxes back in the day.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't think twice about it.
Yeah,
you're welcome. It doesn't make any sense, as far as it's a TV appearance, movie appearance, video game appearance. Like I said, bedsheet appearance. It don't matter right now. Anything and everything counts.
Right.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's all a new thing. Okay, you got the last one here.
All right.
And it's a long one.
It's okay. Guys, give me the longest one of the day.
Yeah.
This one comes from Scott Abraham. He says, we might be pricing kids out of collecting comics. Not good if we are. How do we grow the hobby?
I don't think that... I know the prices are going up, but like I said, there are options. There's dollar bins for True Believers. Mm-hmm. Those are cheaper. For one, you're at a comic shop when you're buying comics. You're not at 7-Eleven, anymore on the rack. You're in the door. You're in the door. To get a kid out the door, you're gonna have to put something in his hand,
right,
or her hand or whatnot. It just is what it is. And I mean, I'm looking at the prices of toys. At Fred Meyer's or whatnot, and an action figure is $20, for a figure that used to be $3.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm out of date on this or whatnot, but it seems like everything kid related is more expensive than it should be.
Sure.
Figures, whatever it is, they just seem nuts. And somebody said to me like, kids don't have any problem, spending money on digital content. And I'm talking like video games, like pants for Fortnite character, $40.
Yeah.
If they want to spend $40 for a pair of pants on a character that you don't even see the character until they're dancing, I don't think they're going to have a problem spending $4 on a book.
Yeah.
You just got to convince them to do it.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I mean, we've always had this thing where we talk about how we love to see books in all these different places again.
Yeah.
Put them back in 7-Eleven, put them back in, magazine racks and convenience stores.
I don't even know where kids go these days.
Yeah, I don't either, But here's the thing.
Where do they go?
The one thing that bothers me is that when we do see those things come out, there's a certain percentage of collectors that are still going to go out and snatch everything up because it's, let's just say that they price comic books down so that it makes it more appealing for kids to buy, right? There's still going to be a bunch of collectors going to go out and swoop it up, and the kids are not going to get them because I got to have those in my collection. I
really don't know where they go. I'm really trying to think about where they hang out now.
Yeah.
We used to have places we hung out.
Kids hang out at home now.
Yeah.
Video games at home.
They have play dates.
Yeah, exactly.
We used to hang out all sorts of places.
Get in trouble.
You got in trouble.
I did.
Well, it's serious. I mean, it's like the one thing I thought, they're more expensive or whatnot, but we have to take the kids to the comic shop.
Yeah, we do.
So they're in the door with us, and we'll probably buy them. It's kind of up to us to kind of buy the books for them. So I mean, look at some of the cheaper options, and like I said, buy some of the 50-cent books that you really don't care about as far as the condition of the book, and give it to the kid and have him put it in his back pocket and go read it or whatever, something like that. That's how you get started. So
if you got family members that kids and they're just up and coming, it doesn't take much to go out and grab an all ages book or something that has been tailored for kids. Grab it for them, put it in their hands, and see if they like it.
Yeah.
Right? Show interest. I just did that with both of my nephews. I have a nephew that's 6 and one that's 8. I went and bought those, not Spider-Man, but it's just called Spidey.
Yeah.
Right? I bought 2 trade paperbacks for one of the kids, and I bought 2 X-Men books for the other one, and sent it to them in the mail. Made it really special for them. And I can't wait to see if they get into it, because this next week when I go visit them, right, I'm gonna be, hey, you read those comics?
Yep.
And this is a way of being able to get kids to read, man.
Yeah. And I think, like you said, trades as well is another one I think that's gonna appeal to kids more so.
For sure.
And even if it is digital, I'm okay with it now.
Yeah, man.
I'm not a big fan, but it's something. Right. And digital could lead to, I want to go get it. I want to have it on my shelf. So if it's leads you into that direction, I'm okay with that as well.
Absolutely. So, just get them to read.
Anyway, that's our topic and stuff. And it's we've never seen something like this. I mean, I can't. The thing I say that because it just seems like stuff is just selling for just every week. It's a new record or something like that. I mean, Tom puts that video out with Jim, and every week it's a new record. It's a new record, and they're selling. And this is mainly graded stuff. That's a whole different ball game and stuff. But it's just like there's so much money out there that people are just willing to spend on books, and like I said before, take the time to enjoy them. You're investing your money. Now it's time to invest your time.
Absolutely.
And if you could do that, you're gonna feel good about your purchase, whether it's worth $1,000 or $900, or whatever it is. So take the time, enjoy it. I don't know.
Read your comics.
Sure, read your comics or something. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. That's our topic for the week.
It's a good topic.
I don't know what the topic is next week. I'll have to figure it out.
There we go.
Let's go ahead and switch over to our final 5. And let's see. I'll go first.
Yeah.
How about that? Are these ones mine? Yeah, those are mine. Okay. We got some goodness right here. That's our final 5, brought to you by none other than Comic Pro Line.
All right.
For all your comic supply needs or whatnot. The bags, boards, boxes. You name it, they got it. There you go. All right, here we go. I don't even know what this is. It's a Rob Liefeld book. That's all you need to know.
There we go.
There you go. Look at that. Horrible. Great thing. This is actually a Black Panther #1.
Oh, nice.
This is the Cape and Cal exclusive. This was given to me by Eric.
Oh, nice.
So we had coffee yesterday, and Eric brought that for me from his shop.
Way
so
to
that's
go,
pretty
Eric.
cool. Really like that one. This is Superman Endless Winter Special #1. Just like that cover. That's really why I bought it. Cover buy for me. There you go. Cosmic Odyssey. I love this one. Love this series. Don't know if you guys read this one. It's an older one. But it's really good. And of course,
finally came out.
Cult of Dracula #1. The Shannon Mirror. I think this is the very first cover that you can just buy at the store or whatnot, and not have to spend like $20 on.
Yeah.
So the cover price Shannon Mirror book.
He's going to do all 6 covers in the series.
So not bad at all.
Very good.
All right, Bob.
All right. So continuing books that came out recently. The Shadow Doctor #2 just came out this week.
Wonderful book.
Love that book. Shadecraft #1.
How'd you like it?
It was okay. It took a while to get going, but when it finally did, I liked it.
Nice.
Once in Future, I think this is #17. Always loved this book. Really insane end of story this last month. Detective Comics #1034. I think I like this issue a lot. And then also Two Moons #2. I also liked this issue better than #1.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a werewolf and stuff?
Yeah.
It is a werewolf?
It's kind of like that, yeah.
All right. I didn't know for sure.
Yeah.
Some kind of weird looking...
Two Moons.
Weird looking monster or something.
Yeah, he kind of looked like critters.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, that's our final 5 brought to you by Comic Pro Line. Some nice looking variants, some nice looking reads, nice looking everything. There you go. Not bad at all. But let's go ahead and switch gears and go over to our good friend Robbie for Robbie's Pick of the Week.
Hey everybody, I'm Rockin' Robbie Billups from Pop Culture Philosophers, and this is a starting lineup 1992 Dream Team action figure box set that is literally the greatest team ever assembled. But coming a close second is Bob and Bueller for the new Coffee and Comic Show. And that's what you're watching right now. In fact, they're about to talk about my pick of the week, and I want to know, was it good?
Decorum number 7 by Image Comics. And I did get a chance to read this one.
Mm-hmm.
Were you able to read it?
I read a little bit of it.
What'd you think of it?
I mean, it's all right.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fantastic. And I'm just, I said it last night. I'm just glad that it was priced at $3.99.
Yeah.
Because out of the 38 pages inside of the book, 20 have nothing on them.
Robbie's got some kind of weird fetish thing going on with this book. He's gonna kill me.
He is.
But you know what? It's a great book. You know, and actually the whole series. I think there's one more.
One more.
Has been. It's a different style of book, and honestly, I think it's more of a big, hard, thick book or whatnot. You know, like a hardcover book. I think it'll do it some justice with some big pages and stuff like that, more elaborate, because I think it's kind of a bigger scale than meant for a comic.
I think so too.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But great series. It's a pretty good pick, but we kind of knew Robbie was going to pick it. Yeah. I knew before that he even said it's Decorum.
Yep.
Anyway, next week's pick is Ice Cream Man. We should just call him out.
I know.
Call him out. So that'd be kind of cool. But anyway, go check out Pop Culture Philosophers. They just hit 10,000 subscribers. Congratulations to the PCP Army and Robbie and all those guys. They do a great job. And you know what? You're going to talk about this book here in a minute because it's on our next segment. But go check out Robbie's channel. It's definitely worth your time. But now it's time for our Was It Good segment brought to you by Scout Comics.
Scout Comics.
Congratulations, Scout Comics. We don't have any Scout Comics to read, but that's all right. But you know what? You go to scoutcomics.com, enter code Bueller, save 10%. Anyway, we'll start out with this one right there because this is on your list. Mm-hmm. And this is, what is it? Decorum number 7. Mm-hmm. And Bob, was it good?
It was good. It was good. Again, I have some problems with it because half of the book has no bearing on the story. It's just a bunch of fluff. Some pages,
it's with the maps, the treasures, or something.
I mean, some pages it's just like a blank white page with a couple of lines on it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, if it was $5.99, I'd start to get a little pissed because you're killing a tree and not giving me anything.
There you go.
You know. But when it comes to the actual story, the actual artwork, it's fantastic. A lot of great things being done here, and as far as what you can do with the comic book, I think it's innovative.
Yes.
And so for that reason, it was good.
There you go. All right, we got the next one right here, and you actually just showed this a minute ago. Mm-hmm. This is Two Moons, number 2. Bob, was that good?
It was good. I liked it better than issue number 1.
So it helped number 1.
It did help number 1. Number 1, there were some things going on. You're kind of like, what you have no idea what's happening here.
Yeah, it lost me on the number 1.
But in this one, after because then at the end of number 1, he shoots the guy as he's going away. The troops see it. They don't understand that he's seeing a monster, so they basically gather him up. They're going to hang him, basically. He's set captive, and one of the spirit guides basically comes and sets him free. And then you kind of get this building out of the spiritual realm that's happening inside of this thing, and he's a huge part of it. And I really enjoyed it. There's this one character called the Coyote. Unbelievable the way he looks. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
So, do you know, is that a limited series or ongoing?
I do not know.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get past the first one, and it was a little confusing. I didn't know what was like the little critters monster or whatnot.
Yeah. I almost pulled it from my pull list, but it was just compelling enough for me to give it a second shot, and I'm glad I did.
There you go. All right, we don't have a copy of your next one. You left it at home, which is fine. But your next one was Beta Ray Bill, number 1. And as I suck on this cough drop, Bob, was it good?
It was good as well. The guy that does the artwork and writing,
Daniel Warren Johnson.
I loved the Wonder Woman Dead Earth.
Yep.
That artwork style doesn't work for everything, but it worked for this Beta Ray Bill book. I love the characterization. I mean, this wasn't like a fluff book from Marvel where it's just like, I don't care about this.
Yeah.
It was actually really good.
Yeah.
Definitely almost made my pick of the week.
Nice.
And so it was good.
So Beta Ray didn't look like Rosie O'Donnell?
He didn't look like Rosie O'Donnell. That Wonder Woman book, there's a couple of panels where she looks like Rosie O'Donnell.
I remember when you said that. That's pretty. I didn't get I'm sorry. I did look at it and stuff like that. I read a little bit of it. It looked pretty good. Like you said before, we were fans of the Wonder Woman, Dead Earth, yeah, and Murder Falcon, which was another one of his books that he did. I thought that was pretty good as well. So I've heard nothing but good things about the Beta Ray Bill, and I could see his art style lending really well with the Beta Ray Bill universe or something like that.
Yeah.
I think Robbie mentioned something. Oh, he should do Hulk. I don't want my Hulk drawn like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I want my classic Hulk back, that we're used to, the big, bulking, well-defined muscles and stuff like that, just raging Hulk. And
yeah,
that's why after Immortal Hulk, that's what I want back. So
for sure. I think he'd be better on Savage Avengers.
I can see that.
Yeah.
There you go. Very cool, man. Well, You know what? I guess it's my turn. I read a couple books.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So this week you read Spawn number 316. There we go. Yep. And Bueller.
Yes, Bob?
Was it good?
It was great. I'm a big fan of Spawn, as you guys know. I've been on covering Spawn pretty much ever since I started the channel up. And it's so nice to see the resurgence of Spawn over the last year and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it is one of my favorite titles. And, this one is really starting to introduce what they're going to be doing with the new Spawn universe.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that. I mean, they're still like fighting the Omega Spawn in this, but now the new Spawn character, I'm forgetting the guy's name, but he kind of looks like Venom and Carnage mixed together.
Right.
Or something, and he's pretty powerful. You can tell right away. And is it Virus or something? I don't know, something like that. But anyway, I'm really liking it. I'm really looking forward to him expanding the Spawn universe with all these new titles. $2.99 price point. Thank you, Tom McFarlane. His reasoning why it's $2.99, which he explained on one of Tom's interviews. It's funny because I actually called Tom. I said, "Did you ask him why his book was $2.99?" He's like, "Yep." I go, "Good, thank you. That's all I wanted to know." And I thought it was just great. So I mean, the guy's $1 million. So awesome title. Can't go wrong.
Absolutely, that's awesome. I have not read it yet myself. I got all 4 covers.
Everyone out there, go add Spawn to your pull list.
Yeah, for sure.
Seriously, just go do it. I mean, it's the last $2.99 mainstream book that there is. Support it. Support it by adding it to your pull list.
Yeah.
Make it the number 1 selling book in the country, okay, or in the world. And then maybe these publishers will go, "Hey, wait a minute, maybe that guy's on to something."
Come on.
So,
That's very good. All right, your next book is Nuclear Family number 2. Bueller.
Yes.
Was it good?
It was tremendous. I read it this morning. And the first one it's set in the 50s and stuff, and there's like a nuclear war, and a bomb directly falls on this house, and it blows up everything, but the house.
But the house,
the
right.
house is there. Did you read it?
No, I read the first one, and I also read this one, but...
So the house is there, and they're fine. The people in the house are fine.
Yeah, that's how we left off the first book.
Yeah, and then in this one, the military shows up, or whatever they are, and they're like, they think the people in there are communists and stuff like that, or Russian or invaders and stuff, and they're like, "What's going on?" And literally, just the bomb just dropped. Okay, but in this one, full spoiler, sorry, 10 years have gone by, but yet the family doesn't know it. And they're like, "What do you mean it's 10 years later?" Like, no, this just happened an hour ago or stuff like that. And there's all sort of a society that's underground now, and this big, huge bunker and stuff like that. So you don't know what's going on. I mean, It's really a mystery. It's not like just like, after like a apocalypse, survival thing. There's some sci-fi elements in this, and I was really surprised with that. So, I mean, I don't know what happened over the last 10 years or time travel or something like that.
That's what it was to me.
Something's going on.
The bomb dropped, and it knocked them from 1958 into 1968.
Yeah.
And you're in the aftermath of the war, and to them, it's all just happened. I thought it was great.
Yeah. And like the guy in the military that he runs into was like his co-worker at the car dealership.
Right.
And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" or whatnot. He's like, "Well, I don't know you."
Right.
It was awesome. It was really good. And the artwork is awesome as well. So I really enjoyed it. I was really, really happy with it.
It's good stuff.
I didn't read my other book. Unfortunately, I was going to read the Man-Thing one.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't get around to it. So my apologies to that. So I'm only doing 2.
What did you do instead?
Nothing.
Was it good?
It was great.
There you go.
Actually, real quick, even though it's not part of the segment, I want to shout out to my daughter. And I love you, Paige. She's not feeling too good right now, but she's going to be just fine. And I want you to know I'm thinking about you. And all of us watching here are thinking about my daughter, Paige. She's always in the chat, quite a bit. She's just going through some illness right now. But she's going to be $1 million here really quick. So, anyway, I love you. I'll call you later today and see how things are going.
Feel better, Paige.
Anyway, what are you going to be reading next week, Bob?
All right. So, next week, we have a great lineup coming out.
Yep.
I'm reading Batman 107.
Nice.
And then I'm going to take on Venom 34. And the last one by Image Comics, a new one coming out, Geiger #1.
There you go. Not bad. I got King in Black #5 comes to an end. The Silver Coin, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
#1, new one by Image. And also the Resistance Uprising. It's like the second volume of the Resistance from AWA. That's the #1. Looking forward to that as well. So those are the ones. They're on my pull list. Hopefully they're there. That'd be nice.
That would be.
But those are the ones I'm going to be reading for next week, and really looking forward. And also I'll read some of the ones you have as well. So should be good.
Should be good.
All right, so that's our Was It Good segment brought to you by Scout Comics. 10% off, all that good stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and kind of end up with our random thoughts. And our random thoughts are brought to you by nobody. So, whatever, it's our thoughts. So, but this is Random Thoughts with Bob and Bueller, headliner. And we just wanted to take a minute and tell you thank you for the response that we got to last week's video.
Yeah.
I think our video last week, there was a lot of really special moments. Emotional moments, both serious and funny or whatnot. I think we kind of did the roller coaster.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And it was, we had everything from you. Just go watch it. But really, our the comments that we got from that video were just tremendous. And I actually emailed or texted Bob. I said, Bob, I don't know what you're doing today, but take a minute and just go read the comments.
Yeah.
And whatever your day's like, man, it'll brighten up even more, whatever it is. And sure enough, he went and read it. It was like,
it was amazing.
It was. And really, your artwork that you showed off, people just responded to that tremendously. So
I was blown away
obviously,
by that.
You have to show more, Bob. Okay. That was the point. That was the whole point of that. Put him out there. He took me a year to convince him to do it, but that was my total. I knew it would turn out like that. I was totally okay with that.
Thank you guys very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of the people that reached out and told me how much they liked my coloring.
Yeah.
I've even had people reach out and ask me, the medium I'm using, how do I get those books and all that good stuff. And I'll do a video that'll show off a lot more eventually here. It'll take me a little bit, but I thank you guys. I was blown away.
Yeah. So I used to be able to draw, and I actually used to be able to draw pretty good. So maybe I should revisit that.
Yes.
Practice, draw, and then have you, and then we can auction it off or something for charity or something.
There we go. If I got lines, I can color it.
There you go. Just throwing it out. That'd be kind of cool. But back in the day, I used to draw pretty good. That was the next Rob Liefeld.
Come on.
That didn't turn out well. Anyway, but seriously, thank you so much for the response to last week's video. We really enjoyed that topic. Why we enjoy comics, why they're so special. And, we're one of the only shows, and I take a lot of pride in this. We can sit there and talk about comics for an hour, and the word speculation never comes to play.
Absolutely.
And, there's plenty of that out there for people to choose from. And a lot of great people out there doing that and doing a good job at it. But we don't have to.
No.
And I like that.
For the love of comics, man.
Yes. And so thank you, everyone who responded to that. They said it was our best show ever.
That's awesome.
So,
thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Cool. Yeah. So that's kind of what our random thoughts are. Normally we talk about the spoilers of the shows. Like I said, we're filming this a little early, so we didn't watch some of the shows. But the good news is we have a different option for you. Bob, you want to talk about that really quick?
What was the option?
Your show?
Oh, sorry. That's right. Okay.
Oh, that's staying in, by the way. That is definitely staying in.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, buddy. So, this week, on Thursday night, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be doing March Madness Aftermath. We just got done with probably the greatest month of nerd out content that we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
We had the final episode of WandaVision come out, which was spectacular. We had this 4-hour Snyder Cut come out. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we've got a couple of episodes of that came out. We got Invincible dropped, and then to tie it all up, on the last day of the month, we got Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have a panel on Thursday night. A bunch of us are going to get together and give our thoughts on all the great content that we just went through. We're in the aftermath of one of the greatest months, March Madness Aftermath. Be there at B Square. It's going to be awesome.
There you go. On your channel, Everything Comics.
Yep.
And it's you and me and a bunch of other people as well.
So it's going to be you and me.
Yeah.
And then
I
Robbie.
just said that.
I know. Robbie from Pop Culture Philosophers. We
Really?
Yeah. We got Chamorro Cinema is going to be joining us. And we also have Jason from Heroes to Icons is going to be joining us as well. And there's one other person I may invite to this, but that'll be a surprise guest if that comes to case. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to talk with you guys on this stuff, just completely geek out. I think on the video I wrote, just like John Snepp used to say, we're going to get sweaty. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, sweaty with a bunch of dudes. Sounds like a great
I can't wait, man.
Great Thursday night. Jesus. So anyway, that's what's going on. So that's why we're not really talking about shows this week, because we got something really special planned on Thursday that Bob put together. And so if you're not on this channel yet, I'll put a link down. Actually, it's a featured channel. There's always a link provided for you guys. So Everything Comics, go subscribe to Bob's channel. Join us on Thursday night. It should be a lot of fun, right?
Absolutely. And if you want some great entertainment as well, check out Dylan's Comics. Last night, we did our best comics of the month review. It's always a great time. We had a great show, and go check that one out. And there'll be a link down in the description for Dylan as well.
Yeah, he's in there as well.
There we go.
He made the cut. Anyway, that's all we got. This might not be as long as a show as what you're used to, but it's still a long show. But it was Easter this weekend and stuff, so we kind of wanted to make it shorter. Because Bob's got plans. I don't have any plans, but Bob's a busy guy.
I am.
And that's the way it is. But I want to tell you who won the giveaway from last week.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and announce the winner of the giveaway. The book is called The Edge. It was provided to us by the creator. He gave us the book and like a sticker and a keychain and a little action figure as well. So the winner is none other than Ricky Spanish. Congratulations, Ricky Spanish. You have won The Edge. Great book, by the way. I really enjoy it. Plus, you get the figure as well. It's a little 3-inch figure. It's actually right there.
There we go.
Because I got 2 of them, so
pretty awesome.
Yeah, not bad at all. But anyway, congratulations, Ricky. Just send me an email, and I'll get that out to you, mail it to you or whatnot. And we'll have some more giveaways probably next week. So not bad.
Yeah.
I think that's it, man.
Great show.
We don't need to go any further than that.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
We got a new sponsor next week. You want to guess who it is?
Who is it? Yeah? Oh, no. Don't even go there. I'll just block that one out, and we'll end the show there.
There you go. Anyway, don't forget to check out Bob's channel on Thursday night for us talking about all those great shows that came out last month. And really, hopefully you guys had a good weekend with Easter. And like I said earlier, my exclusive was delayed a week, just so you guys know. And I think that's about it. So, Bob, you know what? The rest is up to you. You want to take us out?
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what to do. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. You are getting good at that. Congratulations.
You got it, man.